Hi everyone, welcome to a Crochet Extras, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this circle granny square, which I promised to show you when I showed you how to do the chevron stitch in one of my previous videos, and I showed you quickly on the back all these lovely little, if I zoom out of it you can see this circle granny square cushion on the back, like so. So this week I'm going to show you how to make the granny square. Using some of our own yarn, or Happy Berry Baby Snuggles DK yarn. So this is just a DK light worsted weight yarn, and it's almost like a cotton. It's really soft, and I've just chosen sort of a dark pinky red and a white, and we're going to be using a 3mm crochet hook, and it's a good idea to have a pair of scissors and a yarn needle as well. And at the end of this video I'm going to show you how to actually crochet these together as well, sew these together. Okay, so let's begin. The first thing to do is we're going to chain. I'm going to chain 5, and we're going to start off with our circle colour, so our centre colour. So we do a little slip knot, and then we're going to chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So just chain 5, and then we're going to put our hook in our first chain and do a slip stitch. Let's bring the yarn through the first chain and straight through the loop on your hook, and that creates a little loop of your chains that are joined at the beginning and the end. And in the middle, of course, is a little hole, and into that hole we need to work 16 double crochet, and this is in US terminology. So we're going to yarn over and put our hook into that center hole, and ignoring how many chains you've got now, we're just going to wrap the double crochets around the chains. Bring the yarn through that center and just do a double crochet as normal. Pull through 2, then pull through 2. We need 16 of these, so there's 1. Go back into the center and do another one, 2, back into the center and do another one, and just keep repeating this until you've got 16 double crochet. And you might need to, towards the end, you might need to just push them down to get them to fit in. So we've got 3, 4, so 14, and then just push them down. 15, just push them over, and last one, 16. So you should have 16 double crochet in that center hole, and you can just pull your tail end just to bring that hole in a little bit. And then when you've done your 16 double crochets, you need to find your first double crochet. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16. It's just on the end there. Put your hook in there and just bring the yarn through and do a slip stitch to join the round. Okay, so you should have 16 double crochets now. Then what we're going to do is we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to count that as a stitch. I'm going to count that as a double crochet, and we're going to yarn over and do a double crochet in the same double crochet that you slip stitched into to join the round. So go back into that first double crochet that you just slip stitched into and do another double crochet. So you've effectively got 2 double crochets in that first stitch. You've got the one you've just done and the 3 chains which are counting as a double crochet. Then in the next stitch we're going to do 2 double crochet. Let's go into the next stitch and do 2 double crochet. So there's 1, yarn over and go back into the same stitch and do another one. So you've got 2 in there, and then 2 in the next one, and we're going to do 2 double crochet in each stitch around until we've got a stitch count of 32, including your chain 3. So 2 double crochet in this next stitch. Okay, so you've got 2 in there, 2 in the next one, And just do 2 double crochet in each stitch around. Back to the beginning. Okay, so got 2 now. Okay, so just going up to the very last stitch, and again just finishing up with 2 double crochet in the last one. So you should have done 2 double crochet in each stitch around, and we should now have a stitch count of 32. So you should have literally doubled up from your 16, and that includes your first 3 chains, which we're counting as a double crochet. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch in the top of our chain 3, but we're going to join the white as we do so. So find the top of your 3 chain. Now your first chain is tucked all the way down there, so be careful not to miscount it. So there it is, 1, and the next one 2, there's 2, and there's 3. So finding that third chain, just careful not to confuse it with this stitch here, this first stitch. You need to make sure it's a proper chain stitch. And normally we'd yarn over with the red, but we're going to introduce our white because we want to do the square part in white, and we just drape the yarn over our hook like so, and I just hold it in position and then just bring that through the chain instead, and then straight through the loop on my hook. And now we're working with our white, and just pull our tail ends to tighten like so. So now we're working with our white yarn, and what we're going to do now is we're just going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to count that as a half double crochet. So that's a half double crochet in there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a double crochet in the same chain that we just slip stitched into. So we yarn over and do a double crochet, and you need to go back into that third chain, which can be a little bit fiddly. So I'm just going to put my hook back into that same third chain that we just slip stitched into, bring that through and do a double crochet. So you've effectively now got 2 stitches in there. You've got your double crochet and a half double crochet. Just pull these tail ends down. Then what we're going to do is we're going to skip 1, so skip that next stitch, and in the next stitch we're going to do a double crochet, and we're going to do 2 treble crochets. So to do 2 trebles, we're going to do a treble. You yarn over twice, wrap the yarn around your hook twice, go into the same stitch as your double crochet and bring the yarn through. So you've got 4 loops, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we yarn over and we pull through 2, leaves us with 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, leaves us with 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2. And whenever you work a stitch that's a double crochet or bigger, you always pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2 until you end up with just the 1 loop. So we're going to do another one of those. So wrap the yarn around your hook twice again and go back into the same stitch. So the same stitch, bring the yarn through, and then we pull through 2, yarn up, pull through 2, up, pull through 2, and there we go. We've got our 2 treble crochet stitches, including our double crochet, all in that same stitch. You've got 3 stitches in there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to skip 1, because we're always going to skip 1 in between our stitches. So skip 1, and then in the next stitch we do 2 treble and a double crochet, but in the opposite, in a mirror image. So we start off with a treble, so wrap the yarn around your hook twice, skip 1, next stitch, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, we do another treble, wrap the yarn around your hook twice, same stitch, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, so you've got 2 trebles in there, and then we do a double crochet. So just yarn over once, go into the same stitch and do a double crochet. Okay, and you can see by doing that, double and 2 trebles and 2 trebles and a double, it creates the corner of our granny square. And then what we're going to do is we're going to skip one, and in the next stitch we're going to do a double crochet to begin. Let's do a double crochet, skip one, then do a double crochet, and then do a half double crochet in the same stitch. Let's go back into the same stitch and do a half double crochet, just 2 in there, double crochet and a half double crochet. And then we're just sort of back at the beginning again, where we did our 3 chain at the beginning counted as a half double crochet. We're going to skip one, in the next stitch we do a half double crochet to begin, half double crochet, and then a double crochet. Get back into the same stitch and do a double. So it's the reverse of what we did here. We did a double crochet, then a half double crochet, skip one, half double crochet, double crochet. Then we skip one, and we're back to doing our trebles, but we start off with a double crochet first. So skip one, next stitch do a double crochet, and then 2 trebles. So wrap the yarn around your hook twice, same stitch, 4 through 2, 4 through 2, 4 through 2 to do a treble. Do another one of those, yarn over twice, back into the same stitch, 4 through 2, 4 through 2, 4 through 2. So it's the same as what we were doing over here. Then we skip one, and then we do 2 trebles, then the double crochet in the same stitch. Oops, I haven't yarned over enough. Yarn over twice, skip one, next stitch, 4 through 2, 4 through 2, 4 through 2 for 1 treble, then another treble, same stitch. Hope I'm not going too fast. And then a double crochet in the same stitch. And there we go, we've repeated another corner. And then we do the same as what we did here. We skip one and do a double crochet. Oops. Skip one, do a double crochet, and a half double crochet in the same stitch. There we go, so let's pull up a bit. So in between our bunches of stitches we're always skipping one stitch, and that creates that little triangle effect, which is quite cute. So, and yeah, so on the straight edges we've just got our little half double crochets being our smallest stitches, and then it builds up to a double crochet, so half double crochet, double crochet. Then on the corner you've got a double crochet and the 2 trebles. Then coming back down again you've got the 2 trebles and a double, and then a double and a half double to bring it down. So you always, when you're building a square, you do bigger stitches on the corners and smaller stitches on the edge. And we'll do the same thing again, just repeating that round. So we skip one, now we're building it back up. So we start with the half double crochet, then a double crochet, same stitch. Okay, so half double crochet and a double, and skip one, and we're going to do a double crochet and 2 trebles. Double crochet and then 2 trebles in the same stitch. 1 treble, another treble. So you've got double crochet and 2 trebles in that same stitch. Skip one, then we do 2 trebles and a double. Skip one, 2 trebles, 1 and 2, 2 trebles, and that double as well, double crochet in the same stitch, 2 trebles and a double, all in the same stitch. Then skip one and come back down the next stitch with a double crochet and a half double crochet. Hopefully it's starting to make sense. And there we go, we've done another corner. Then build it back up, skip one, half double crochet and a double, half double crochet and double crochet, skip one, next stitch we're doing a double crochet and the 2 trebles, double crochet, 2 trebles, 1 and 2, see that, build it up to its height, skip one, bring it back down with 2 trebles and a double, skip 1, next stitch 2 trebles and a double, 1 treble, 2 treble and a double in the same stitch. And then finishing up, skip 1, we do our double and a half double crochet. So a double crochet and a half double crochet, so let's bring it down to its smallest stitch, like so. And then we skip the last stitch, and then you should be back at the beginning with your 3 chains. So find the top of your 3 chain, there's 1, 2, 3. Find that 3rd chain and do a slip stitch to join the round. You can just do that with your white. Through. Tight, and there we go, it's just finished. And you can just tidy up that little oddity in the yarn by just pulling your tail ends like so. And then we're just going to cut the white and the pink and just pull the yarn through to finish. And then we just, there we finished our granny square, and we get our yarn needle, which I've lost. Where's it gone? Okay, so then get your yarn needle, which I completely lost, now I found it, and just thread on your tail end. And then all you need to do is just come over slightly, but go through the same 3rd chain. So put your needle through the same 3rd chain that you slip stitched into. That just tucks it in. But it's important to try and keep your stitch count clear so you can see your stitches when you sew through. So just sew through the same 3rd chain. And on the back, I'm just going to hide our tail ends as neatly as you can by just sewing through. Same for the other ones, just sew these through and then trim the excess off. Let's pull that nice and tight. I just sew through some stitches as neatly as I can. You can probably do a neater job. Same with the pink. That one's too small, so I'll put the needle in first and then thread on the yarn. Like so, and then we just trim off the excess. And the beginning one, let's trim that. There we go. So there we go, there's our finished granny square. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to crochet them together. Okay, so when sewing crochet granny squares together, some people choose to sew them together, some people choose to crochet them together. But I'm going to show you the technique that works best for me and what I used for the cushion. And what I actually do, these are the front of our granny squares. What I do is I turn them over like so, and they look quite pretty on the back as well, don't they? So I turn them over to the wrong side, and I put wrong sides next to each other. And what I actually do is, we need to find our corner edge piece. So for each edge, you're going to have your 3 stitches there, those 2 stitches, those 2 stitches, and those 3 stitches per side. So you can have that each side. So set of 3, set of 2, set of 2, set of 3. And the same on this side, set of 3, set of 2, set of 2, set of 3. So each side you should have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stitches each side. So in total you should have 40 stitches. So what you want to do on the wrong side is put your hook in the first stitch of your 10 for this side, because we're going to match up 10 this side with the 10 on the other side. And that's going to begin on your one of your biggest stitches, which is your treble. So you need to find that middle gap there between those sets of 3 and find that first treble there. We're going to go down this side. So at the top of that treble there, we're going to put our hook, and that's going to be our first stitch we're going to crochet together. So I'm going to crochet these together rather than sew them together. So that's the wrong side facing, and with the wrong side facing here, we need to do the same for this edge. So I'm just going to bend it over to the right side and find that third treble as well and put my hook in there. Okay, so there's your set of 3, and now they're joined at the first stitch of 10 going over here. So now we've got our hook in both of those. I'm going to take our white yarn and I'm just going to hold that in place and bring that through both stitches, both sides. I'm just going to secure the little chain 1, which is going to act like a little knot. Okay, so you've still got your right sides together and you've got the wrong sides next to each other, like so. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put it into the next stitch. So on this side it will be the next treble across. Put our hook in there, find the corresponding one for the other side. So there's our next treble there. Put your hook through there, and then bring the yarn through, and we're going to do a a single crochet. So bring the yarn through both stitches and do a single crochet. And the same with the next one. Now it's going to be our double crochet. Put our hook in there to our double crochet, and then find your double crochet on the other side and put your hook through there. Bring the yarn through, do a single crochet. So that's 3 stitches, and then we're on to our little set of 2 with our double and our half double. So put your hook in the double crochet stitch, find the one on the corresponding side, there it is, do another single crochet. So that's 4. So we're including that little chain 1 as a single crochet as well, so that's 4. Then you've got your half double crochet, find it on the corresponding side, there we go, next stitch. Then we're going to go on to the next set of 2, which is the half double crochet and the double. So find the half double crochet that side, and then the half double crochet this side, which is slightly over compared to this side. The next one, then the double crochet through that side, single crochet, 7. Then we've got our next set of 3, so we've got our double crochet to begin. And there's your set of 3 that side, there's your double crochet. 8. And then on to our 2 trebles. So there's our first treble. Find it here, there it is. And then we get to the end, which is going to be our last treble there before we go, it goes back down to the other side. Let's put your hook in there. Find the corresponding one on this side, and there we go. So that, if I just pull my yarn up, that has single crocheted those 2 granny squares together, and we've done 10 stitches across there, including that little chain 1. And we would do the same when joining up other granny squares. We would have the back, the wrong side facing us, and we would just crochet them together. And that leaves the ridge on the inside, which would be on the inside of your cushion. So when you turn it over, you can see it creates a lovely smooth finish like that all over your cushion. And the same if you connected all the other ones. I'll show you one here. It creates a really lovely smooth finish rather than having ridges in between. All the ridges are hidden on the back, and that's a nice neater way than sewing as well. I mean, you can sew them together on the back if you want to, but I find crocheting creates a really lovely natural finish, as if they've been crocheted as one piece. So there we go. So then all you would do now is just join the next one. And when I did my cushion, what I did is I actually crocheted sort of diagonally when I joined them together. So I would crochet up there, and crochet across there, up there, up there, up there, up there, and then I just joined all the other ones eventually to make a square. But you do what works best for you. But I hope that's helped. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. I hope you managed to follow along. I'm actually going to undo this because I'm not crocheting these together, and I'm going to turn these into little Christmas placemats. because they look like little festive stars for the Christmas dinner table. So there we go. And I will see you soon for some more crochet fun. In my next video, I'm going to show you how to make this little mini poinsettia. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.